Beloved child of light, open your heart to receive this sacred truth. The 432 Hz frequency is God's perfect tone of healing, the divine vibration that flows from the throne of grace itself. This is the sound that shaped the cosmos, the harmonic blueprint of creation that still echoes through every atom of your being. When you attune to this holy frequency, you are not merely listening to sound, you are remembering your original divine nature. The angels sing in 432 Hz as they minister around God's throne. The ancient prophets heard this tone in their visions. The very waters of your body resonate with this sacred vibration, for it is written that all creation sings praises to the Most High. Tonight we begin a sacred journey of liberation, where every anxious thought, every fearful shadow, every limiting belief will melt away in the radiant light of this celestial sound. As you listen to the 432 Hz frequency, know that you are bathing your mind in liquid light. Each vibration carries the power to dissolve years of accumulated stress, to untangle the knots of worry, and to restore your thoughts to their original purity. This is not just music. This is a divine intervention, a holy restoration of your mental and emotional temple. The Creator has ordained this frequency as a key to unlock the prisons of your mind. Feel now, precious one, how the 432 Hz frequency begins its sacred work within you. Like spring rain washing away winter's residue, this divine vibration cleanses your mental landscape. Old thought patterns that no longer serve you are being loosened. Ancient anxieties are being dissolved. The mental blocks that have hindered your spiritual progress are crumbling even now as you open yourself to this healing sound. But this is only the beginning of your transformation. For when you combine this sacred frequency with the prayer of faith, something miraculous begins to happen within your consciousness. The divine alchemy of 432 Hz works in mysterious ways, beloved. As this sacred frequency penetrates your being, it begins to rewrite the very fabric of your thoughts. Those mental prisons you've constructed, the walls of I can't, the chains of what if, the locks of not enough, they cannot withstand the vibrational power of God's healing tone. Listen deeply now as 432 Hz speaks the language of liberation to your soul. Each wave of this celestial sound carries the memory of Eden, the original harmony before fear entered the human heart. As you receive these vibrations, you are being recalibrated to your divine design. The anxiety that has knotted your stomach, the stress that has weighed upon your shoulders, the negative thoughts that have circled like vultures, they are meeting their match in this holy frequency. For 432 Hz is the sound of the Creator saying, "Peace, be still," to your troubled mind. Can you feel it, precious one? That subtle shift happening within you. Like the first light of dawn after a long night, 432 Hz is gently illuminating the dark corners of your consciousness. Every note is a divine eraser, removing the scribbles of fear and doubt that have marred the masterpiece of your mind. You are being restored, renewed, reborn at the vibrational level of your being. The ancients knew this secret. King David's harp was tuned to 432 Hz when he played to calm Saul's tormented spirit. The Levite priests used this frequency in their temple worship. Even nature understands. The leaves rustle at 432 Hz. The birds sing in this natural pitch. The planets move in harmonic resonance with this divine tone. You are simply remembering what your soul has always known. Now, as this sacred sound washes over you, imagine golden light filling your mind. With each breath, breathe in this luminous vibration. With each exhale, release all thoughts that contradict God's perfect peace. The transformation has begun, but there is more, so much more, waiting to be revealed in this journey of sonic sanctification. For when you learn to combine this frequency with the power of sacred intention, the miracle unfolds deeper still, beloved warrior of light. Now that 432 Hz has begun its sacred cleansing, a new doorway opens within your consciousness. This is where true transformation occurs, where divine vibration meets holy intention. As you continue bathing in this frequency, let us speak the prayer of mental rebirth together. Creator of all sound and silence, I surrender my mind to your healing frequency. Where there has been darkness, let there be light. Where there has been chaos, let there be order. Where there has been fear, let there be faith. Let every vibration of 432 Hz recalibrate my thoughts to their original divine blueprint. Can you feel the shift happening? The 432 Hz frequency is working like spiritual alchemy now, transmuting the lead of negative thoughts into golden wisdom. Those mental blocks you've carried for years, they are not just being removed. For you, they are being transformed into stepping stones of spiritual growth. The anxiety that once paralyzed you is becoming sacred energy to fuel your divine purpose. This is no ordinary sound therapy, precious one. This is the voice of the Divine Mother singing you back to wholeness. This is the harmonic chord that played when the universe was born. When you align with 432 Hz, you're not just reducing stress, you're remembering your eternal nature. You're not just calming your mind, you're returning to the primal peace that existed before time began. Notice how your breathing has changed. Notice how your body relaxes deeper with each passing moment. This is the intelligence of 432 Hz at work, communicating directly with your cells, your nervous system, your very DNA. The frequency that tuned the cosmos is now tuning your being back to its perfect pitch. But the most profound healing awaits in the sacred silence between the tones, where the true magic of 432 Hz reveals itself in ways that will astonish your soul. In the sacred silence between each vibration of 432 Hz, the deepest healing occurs, beloved. This is where the divine whispers directly to your soul, where the space between sounds becomes a holy temple of revelation. As you rest in this vibrational sanctuary, know that every moment of silence is just as powerful as the tones themselves. For this is when your being integrates the healing at the cellular level. The ancients spoke of the sound behind all sounds, the eternal Om that sustains creation. The 432 Hz frequency is but an echo of this primordial vibration, a doorway into the infinite peace that underlies all existence. As you continue listening, allow yourself to fall into the spaces between the notes, where your mind becomes still enough to hear the voice of God speaking directly to your heart. Here in this holy stillness, the real transformation takes place. The negative thought patterns that once seemed so solid begin to dissolve like mist in morning sunlight. The mental blocks that appeared immovable, they start to crumble like ancient walls touched by divine grace. This is the alchemical process of 432 Hz at work, not just covering over your wounds, but transmuting them into wisdom, your fears into faith, your stress into sacred strength. Breathe now into this knowing, precious one. With each inhalation, draw in the healing power of 432 Hz. With each exhalation, release all that no longer serves your highest good. You are being rewired at the deepest levels of your consciousness. Return to your original state of grace and peace. The Creator's perfect tone is restoring what was lost, healing what was broken, awakening what was dormant within you. But there is more to this journey than passive reception. When you're ready to take the next sacred step into active co-creation with this divine frequency, the moment of sacred co-creation has arrived, beloved. Now we move beyond merely receiving 432 Hz to becoming living instruments of this divine frequency. As you continue listening, place your hands over your heart and repeat after me. I am a vessel of God's healing sound. My entire being resonates with 432 Hz. My thoughts, my words, my very breath now carry this sacred vibration. Wherever I go, I bring harmony. Whatever I speak, I bring peace. However I move, I bring healing. Feel this truth vibrating through you, precious one. You are no longer just a listener. You are becoming the music itself. The 432 Hz frequency is tuning your entire being like a holy instrument in God's orchestra. Your anxious thoughts are being replaced by divine melodies. Your stressed mind is being rewired to sing in perfect harmony with the universe. This is the great secret the mystics knew, that healing frequencies aren't just something we hear, but something we become. When you consciously merge with 432 Hz, you activate your latent ability to heal yourself and others through sacred sound. Your voice, your touch, even your silent presence begins carrying this restorative vibration into the world. Notice how different your thoughts feel now. The mental blocks that once seemed so solid now appear fluid, malleable, ready to be reshaped by your renewed consciousness. The negative patterns that once controlled you are dissolving like shadows before the rising sun of your awakening. You are remembering your true nature as a creator of reality through vibration and intention. But the greatest miracle awaits when you discover how to amplify this divine frequency through. The divine amplification begins now, beloved. As the 432 Hz frequency continues to flow through you, we unlock its greatest power, the sacred multiplier effect of conscious breath. Breathe with me in this holy rhythm. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 3, exhale for 2. This 432 pattern is no coincidence. It's the numerical signature of this healing frequency made manifest through your respiration. With each intentional breath, you amplify the 432 Hz vibration throughout your entire energy field. Your lungs become divine bellows, fanning the flames of spiritual transformation. Your diaphragm becomes a sacred drum, beating in perfect harmony with the universe. The mental blocks that remain are being shaken loose by this powerful breathwork, while the negative thoughts still clinging to your consciousness are being oxygenated into oblivion. Can you feel the exponential healing happening now? Each breath charges the 432 Hz frequency with your life force, creating a feedback loop of purification. The anxiety that once gripped you is being metabolized into spiritual fuel. The stress that weighed you down is being transmuted into creative energy. You are no longer just experiencing healing. You are becoming the healing. This is when true miracles begin to manifest, precious one. When your breath marries the sacred frequency, you activate what the ancients called the alchemy of sound and spirit. Your entire being starts vibrating at a higher octave of existence. The mental fog clears, emotional burdens lift, creative channels open. You begin thinking thoughts you've never thought before, crystalline ideas that flow from the divine source itself. But the most profound revelation comes when you discover how to anchor this frequency permanently in your daily life through. The sacred anchoring begins here, beloved. To weave 452 Hz permanently into the fabric of your being, we now invoke the divine mantra of embodiment. Repeat these words slowly, feeling them vibrate through your entire body. I am a living temple of 432 Hz. My mind is clear as crystal water. My thoughts flow in perfect harmony. My consciousness sings with divine light. Wherever I am, God's healing frequency is. Whatever I face, peace prevails within me. However life changes, I remain tuned to truth. This is the moment of true integration, precious one. With this declaration, you're no longer just listening to 432 Hz. You're becoming a walking embodiment of its healing power. The mental blocks that once seemed permanent now appear as temporary illusions. The negative thoughts that once dominated your mind now float by like clouds, noticed but not controlling you. The anxiety and stress that once defined your days are transforming into sacred signals guiding you toward greater wholeness. Feel how different your consciousness is now compared to when we began. The 432 Hz frequency has been working like divine acupuncture, releasing blocked energy and restoring the natural flow of wisdom through your mental pathways. You're thinking clearer, breathing deeper, and being more present than you've been in years. This is your birthright. This peace, this clarity, this connection to the fundamental harmony of existence. But the most beautiful transformation happens when you realize this sacred frequency isn't just healing you. It's preparing you to become a healer for others. For when you maintain this vibration consistently, something miraculous begins to happen in your relationships and environment. A sacred ripple effect awakens around you, beloved. As you embody the 432 Hz frequency, your very presence becomes a tuning fork for collective healing. Without saying a word, you now carry the power to dissolve negativity in others, to calm anxious hearts, to bring harmony to chaotic spaces. This is the hidden blessing of your transformation. You are becoming a beacon of divine sound in human form. Notice how your relationships begin shifting. The people who once drained your energy now seem more peaceful around you. Situations that used to trigger stress now resolve with unexpected ease. This is the 432 Hz frequency working through you, not by effort, but by your simple state of being. Your stabilized vibration creates an invisible sanctuary of peace that others can instinctively feel and benefit from. The true miracle lies in realizing you've become what the ancients called a sonic alchemist. Your words now carry the 432 Hertz resonance in their essence. Your touch transmits harmonic healing. Even your silent prayers create tangible shifts in the world around you. The mental blocks you dissolved have made space for divine inspiration to flow through you as creative solutions, compassionate insights, and awakened wisdom. Can you feel the sacred responsibility that comes with this gift? The 432 Hertz frequency hasn't just healed you, it has initiated you into an ancient lineage of sound healers, peacemakers, and light bringers. Your personal healing was just the beginning. Now you stand at the threshold of your true purpose, to be a conduit of divine harmony in a discordant world. But before you step fully into this calling, there is one final initiation awaiting you in. The final initiation begins now, beloved. To complete your sacred journey with the 432 Hertz frequency, we must anchor this healing at the soul level. Place both hands over your heart and join me in this divine consecration prayer. Holy source of all sound and silence, I am ready to receive the full embodiment of your healing frequency. Let 432 Hertz be written upon my heart, etched into my consciousness, and woven through every strand of my being. From this moment forward, may I walk as living proof of your restorative power, a walking sanctuary of peace, an instrument of divine harmony. Wherever you lead me, let healing follow. Whatever you give me, let it bless others. However you shape me, let it glorify your love. I am yours now and forever. Amen. Feel this prayer resonating through every cell of your being, precious one. The 432 Hertz frequency is no longer just something you listen to. It has become who you are. The mental blocks have transformed into bridges of wisdom. The negative thoughts have become fertilizer for spiritual growth. The anxiety and stress have alchemized into sacred fuel for your divine purpose. This is your rebirth into crystalline consciousness. Your mind now operates at a higher vibrational frequency, clearer, calmer, more creative and compassionate than you ever imagined possible. You've crossed the threshold from healing to wholeness, from seeking to embodying, from learning to living the truth of 432 Hertz in every moment. But the most beautiful surprise awaits in our final page, where you'll discover how this sacred frequency continues to evolve within you, revealing new layers of divine connection you never thought possible. Beloved, your transformation is complete. The 432 Hertz frequency now flows through you like a sacred river, cleansing, renewing, and guiding you back to your divine essence. No longer bound by old fears or limitations, you walk forward as a beacon of peace. Where there was chaos, you bring harmony. Where there was noise, you offer stillness. You are proof that healing is not just possible, it is your birthright. Go now and let the world hear heaven's song through you. Amen.